Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Margreth, also known as 7 Plaza here and on Instagram. And today is day 54 of the 100 day project. As you can see, I have a prototype. That means I had a sleepless night. I have been thinking about this thing all night and luckily the prototype worked out, so that is always a nice thing. Let me tell you what it is. It is an 8-pocket fold-out flippy thingy, because you know those are my favorites, and it's made out of one sheet of 12 by 12. So let's get started. Let me show you what the inside looks like. It has a closure. You can close it in two different ways. You can close it like so, or you can close it like so, whatever tickles your fancy. It is made out of a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. As I mentioned, this is paper that I don't really love, but you know, it was a prototype, so why not? Let me show you. You flip it open, then you have a pocket here and here, 2 pockets. Then you flip it up, 2 more pockets, so that is 4. Then you have 2 pockets here, that is 6. And then you turn it all around and you do the hokey pokey, and it has 2 more pockets, so that makes 8. So it's an 8-pocket 1-page wonder. There you go. Let me show you what we will be using today. First of all, yes, I'm going to use a 12 by 12 Tim Holtz. This really pains my heart. I love this paper so much. It is so expensive in the Netherlands, you have no idea. But I'm gonna use it for you guys. It's all for you guys. I want to use my paper cutter. Instead of a paper cutter, you could always use scissors. We are going to use some scissors, perhaps a crafting knife, a scoreboard. I am going to take out my big one, Kermit, because we are going to measure in inches, and they're all going to be either full inches or half inches, and luckily my Kermit has full inches and half inches. Pencil, bone folder, circle punch, this is the 1 inch, corner rounder, glue, the usual. You don't need this. If you don't have it, you don't need this. If you don't have it, neither do you need this. What you need is scissors, glue, and a ruler. That are the real essentials, but some of you might have the other ones. So let's do some measuring and scoring. It's not going to be difficult. No, because I thought of this myself. Disclaimer, what goes on in my mind could have gone on in someone else's mind, and this could already been made somewhere else on the internet. I'm sorry for that. That could be. But in my mind, I thought of it. Let's get started. First, what we need to do is make this 12 by 12 into a 10 by 10. So we're going to lose 2 inches here and 2 inches there. We are going to use those pieces as well. When we are done, we have just going to have this piece left. We're going to use nearly all of it. So what I want to do is cut off some pieces, and because I love this paper, I already figured out in my mind which paper I wanted to lose and which I didn't. And don't be scared if I am now cutting off the really nice bit, because I thought of it. So I'm going to cut this off at 2 inches. 2 inches is in centimeters about 5 centimeters. There you go. Oh, bye-bye, Tim Holtz paper. So we have this strip. Leave it there. Then on the other side, I marked it. Where did I mark it? Somewhere here. I am also going to lose this bit again at 2 inches. So we have 2 strips left. One is 8 by 2 inches and the other one is, one is 10 by 2 inches and the other one is 12 by 2 inches. Keep those. We are going to need them. There we go. The 10 by 10. Now I'm going to take out my scoreboard, the big one. Yes, this paper is directional. So I figured out I want it to be upside down for now. Well, on its side. I marked it. See, I thought about it. Hopefully my brain worked. So what I'm going to do is now score. We're going to make a couple of scores, not a lot. First, you score at 2 inches. There we go. And then you score at 6 inches. Are you keeping up, guys? 2 inches, 6 inches. Right? So far. Then we are going to turn our page. So there's a 6-inch score mark here and a 2-inch score mark there. Yeah. This is a 10 by 10, so this is 10. I am going to score it at 5 in the middle, and the score at 5 we are going to go all the way across the page to the bottom, right onto the bottom. This will be the middle fold. Then I'm going to make 2 more scores. I want the scores to be 2 inches apart of the 5. So 3 this way and then 7 this way. You're doing it wrong. Let's just score. Margaret, mind you, people do not have your brain. Score at 3, but do not score all the way to the bottom. Score at the line, the score line we made here, which was at the 6. Yeah. So score at 3 until there. The 5 you scored all the way down, and then the 7 again at the score the 6 line. It is a little bit hard to see. We scored here until the 3 until the 6, the 5 all the way down, and the 7 until the 6. Yeah? Okay, that is all the scoring we're going to do for now, I guess. Probably. Now we have to do some cutting. So, take out your scissors. Sometimes my brain is chaos and I'm trying to explain something that makes perfect sense in my head, but probably not for y'all guys. Okay, I am going to mark where the score lines are. This was the 5 all the way across, this was the 7, and this is the 3. Now what we want to do is cut this piece, the 5 line, up until the 6, and I am going to put a mark where the 6 line is. Yeah. Okay. So I want to cut from here to this point. You can use your scissors. I am rubbish with scissors, so I am taking out my ruler and the knife. I do not need Stanley for this, I guess. I'm just going to use a knife. Maybe my head will be in frame, I'm sorry, but I really need to position it. Well, there we go. Starting at this point. There you go. Now we have a flap. Yeah. Now we want to cut from this point the score line from the 3 and the score line from the 7 over here. These points on the score line that was already there. And there we go. This is a little bit tricky. Okay, starting at this point, cutting it until the next dot that I've made. There you go. Hopefully it worked. Yes, this is loose and this is loose. I am happy. Good. Flip it all the way around. This is the 2 inch that we scored. Again, I'm going to mark the middle where the 5 was, taking my ruler, and at the bottom I am positioning my ruler with this point at the 1 inch. So the score line is at 1 inch. Then I mark 1/2 inch to the right and 1/2 inch to the left. Just mark it. So the whole bit is 1 inch. Then I am lining this point up with this point. We're just going to take out a piece of pie, a pizza slice. There we go. And also on the other side. A pizza slice. There you go. For now, this is all the cutting we are going to. We are now going to do the flippy fold. If you have a pretty side on your scrapbook page and a less pretty side, have the pretty side facing you. Or you're like, both of them are pretty sides. I think this is the pretty side and the other side is not that pretty. So I'm folding this up like so. Other part as well. Like so. Then I am flipping it over and folding this to this side. Like so. Now I have a flappy here. Just fold the flappy down like so. Turning it over, another flappy, and have this flappy over here. You fold it open again, and then you pull this whole bit down. Score it, and this whole bit down. Score it again. I knew some of the design would be upside down, but it's not a lot, and honestly I don't really mind. So we now have the flappy here, and we can fold it in. It is starting to look like the prototype. Where is it? The prototype is here. See, this is the flap here, and when we open it up, it has these flappies. So what we need now is to make these pockets and these pockets, right? Yes, that's what we're going to do, and that is why we need these two pieces. Now let's make some pockets. When we look at the prototype, these pockets are the same size as the flap, but these pockets are a little bit smaller. So I want to make these pockets this width, and this is 3 inches if I am not mistaken. Yes, it's 3 inches, but I prefer to have them a tiny bit smaller. So I want to make two pockets of a little bit less than 3 inches. Just eyeball it, just a tiny bit. And then on the bottom there are 2 pockets that are 4.5 inches. So 2 times 4.5 and 2 times 3. You could just, you know, now cut it out any way you want, but I am a little bit hesitant to just cut anywhere. Because I want to leave this piece intact, because I love this piece. So I want to make this into the 4.5 inch pocket. I also love this piece, and I also love this piece. So what I'm going to do is take off the 3 inch pocket from this side. I am going to use my jumper thingy, because that is why I bought the thing. There you go. So I want a little bit less than 3 inches, just a tiny bit, which is exactly this. So this is my 3 inch pocket. Let's see if I wanted 4.5 made out of this one. How far will that go? No, I want to do it somewhere else. I am going to take off a little piece of this paper, and that's just what I'm going to do. You don't have to do that at all. There you go. This is a bit much because I want a lot of this design on here. I'm going to make another 3-inch, well, a little bit less than 3-inch pocket. There you go. These are 2 3-inch pockets. And then I will make this into a 4.5, but let's just see how much I'll be losing, because I want most of this design to be on there. I just love letterheads and such. I really like it. 4.5. No, we're still losing a lot. Losing a bit again, a tiny bit. Yeah, well, we're gonna lose a bit. That's okay. This is my 4.5-inch pocket. Then let's do another one. I love this piece. Have it all the way up, Margaret. Thank you. There you go. This is what we're left with, but I'm going to use it to make the circles for the closure. So we're going to keep that. Right. The smaller pockets. I want to make a sort of a thumb notch, as they call it. And I want them to be exactly the same. Lining them up. I'm just eyeballing it. It's not going to be a half circle. It's just going to be a tiny bit. Just a small indentation here. Yes. I like to get my corner rounder and round the corners on the bottom. It's the small one. It's the 4mm. I like that because it's a small pocket. There you go. Then we have the big ones. Let me see where I am going to put them, because I want to use my corner rounder. But this is not the pocket. This was the pocket, love. Yeah. Are we going to have it like so or like so? No, I'm going to have it like so. I just want the inner part to have the rounded corners. Using the 10mm. There you go. 2 pockets here, 2 pockets here. We're almost there. Before we start gluing down, I want to ink the whole bit. And then I realized I also need some like notches here. So again, taking out my corner punch. Eyeballing the middle. There's one. And here's the other one. There you go. Taking out my new favorites. Hopefully I can find it. Oh, it's on my desk. Frayed burlap. Wow. I love frayed burlap. I'm just going to show you a little bit of what I'm inking. I'm inking all around the edges, of course, but most of it I'm going to do off camera because you do not want to be bored to death. Inking basically all the edges. All the way around. And when we fold this, I also want to ink these edges. So every edge that you're gonna see, I basically want to ink. This is going to be glued down like so. So I don't need to ink these edges. Just, you know, when you ink, try to flip it over and fold it in and see where the ink will show up. and just ink the pieces that I'm gonna show. Yeah, and also ink the pockets all the way around. If you do not want to ink, you don't have to ink. I mean, it's not mandatory. I just like it, especially on these papers. I just love that. So happy inking, and I'll be right back. All the inking has been done, so let's glue the pockets on first. This is where the flappy bits were. We're gonna turn this over here, and then we will be gluing these on. Where do I like what? Sure. I'm trying to glue it with my 3-in-1 beacon, if it will allow me, because I really want these pockets to stay on. Oops. You could use any, and well, not any type of glue. I wouldn't recommend glue stick, because that will be too much of an edge of glue, and then you won't be able to fit anything in there. Do not put it all the way to the edge, because you will notice when you want to fold it, it will be in the way. So I'm leaving a bit of room there. That's why I rounded the corners, and also I really like that look. There we go. You could also use glue tape, but when you put something in and you have glue tape there, sometimes it can get stuck. Well, that's what I've been told. I personally have never had that problem, but it makes sense. It makes sense. So putting these on, and then these have the rounded corners on the inside and not on the outside. And I'm just gluing it on two parts, this part and this part. I want it to be more like a sort of a tuck than a pocket. There we go. Oh, isn't this paper beautiful? I absolutely love it. Stuck down. And then this one. And then we need to glue some parts on the other side. Again, I'm leaving a small amount of room on both these edges. There we go. Flipping it over. Do not glue these down yet. Margaret, remind yourself, do not glue these down. We need to glue these down just on both sides. It is pretty much simple. There's a volcano going on over here. Quickly, put the cap on. Yay, there we go. Oh. Why does that happen? Well, I could tell you why, because probably because of the pressure inside, and I mean, I'm not a scientist, but how can we prevent it? That is the bigger question. So we glued these down. We're going to let this whole piece dry and then concentrate on the closure. For the closure, I'll need my circle punch. If you don't have a circle punch, then I hope you can cut circles really well. I do not. This is the piece that we left over. I am going to cut over here, of course, because it has a word, and I love that. I just want 2 pieces. Well, I could have more pieces if I wanted. I'm going to use this piece. Will that fit? Just about. I have enough space left, so I'm going to make 2 more circles because I want to stack them up. We have 4 now. I really like this to be on the cover. This is also nice. This one for sure. And then I'm just gonna glue one piece to another because I want it to be a little bit sturdier. Have it like so. You could even have another piece, but I think 2 will be enough. I am just going to put both of these back sides together and then decide later which part I want to be on top. There you go. Could be a good idea to just let them dry, but nobody has time for that. There you go. Inking, before I forget, just going to ink all around it. In this case on both sides, because I still don't know which side I'm going to use. There you go. I want to attach them with eyelets. Let's get out my eyelets. I have lots, but I don't think the bigger ones. Are these too big? They're cute though. Or do we want smaller ones? I have these. These are rubbish because they are very short and they fall out. So I'm not using these. Coppery bits. No, I think I want to use these. They have a little bit of like a structure on it. I like that. Let's do the fancy ones for the fancy pockets made with the fancy paper. I want to put a dot in the middle, and that is eyeballing it again. But I'm pretty good at eyeballing. I'm rubbish at cutting, but eyeballing is my thing. Taking out my crocodile and then punching a hole in the middle without hurting yourself. Yeah, that'd be nice. There you go. So these are my circles. Then we need to attach them to these flaps. But I want to have them in an equal place, not have one over here and then one over there. So I am going to measure this. I am going to eyeball this middle a bit, but I do want to have them in the same place over here. Let's have these at 3 inches from this side. But if you want to place them somewhere else, be my guest. 3 inches, and also on the other side from the straight line 3 inches. There you go. Let's just have a quick peek. Oh, we did them way more. Oh, I did 2.5 here. What do you think? This is sort of the middle. No, I think 3 will be better, because, you know, yeah, 3 will be better. Taking out my crocodile again, and then punching a hole. There's one. Where was my dot? It's here. The other one. There we go. So we have the holes now, we have these, and we have the eyelets. Let's just see. What do we want to do? Oh, have it the right way up, because this is upside down. You're gonna see them like so. So I'm gonna have this over here, and then this one. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this side. I need some hole reinforcers, and I'm taking out some that were made of cardstock. Let's see. I have some neutral ones. Well, I also have silver ones. Just gonna do it like so. These are neutral ones that I hardly ever use. Do I have more of these? Yes. I want to have 4. Why? Because I really want the baker's twine to fit underneath the circles. So much mess. Oh. There we go. Okay, what you can do, you can glue these together and then glue them on the circles. Well, at least one of them. Circle. Oh, do not tell me I put it in this bin. Where is it? If you see it, shout out. Well, I'm going to look for it. I'm just gonna fit the first one. You can glue them together and then glue them over here, but I don't even need to do that. Just putting this eyelet through. Oh yeah, this was an eyelet that was a little bit bigger. So we're gonna do the twisty thing. Put your pencil in and twist it around. There you go. Then this will fit. Also have to do the same thing with the hole reinforcers. I love these eyelets. They're really pretty, but they're a tiny bit too big for the crocodile holes. So yeah, that's not a nice thing. I honestly don't see my other circle. That's okay, we'll find it. See, I'm just putting them over the eyelet. We were going to have this one over here, right? Yeah, this one was going to go over here. Putting it all through. Yep. It is in. Good. I am quickly going to search for my other circle. I'll be right back. Oh, is this it? No. I'll be right back, guys. Found it and attached it. So both of them are attached now. So now we can glue these flaps down. I am just going to glue them on this part over here with my volcano thingy. There we go. That's one. Oh, too bad I'm losing this bit. Isn't that just beautiful, beautiful? A little more glue. Quickly putting the cap on. Yep, over here and over here. I'm gonna use my lovely assistance. There you go. And then I took out three rolls of baker's twine. I think the red is too red compared to the red that's in there, so not these. These blend in nicely. This, yeah, I think I'm gonna do the green because this one just blends in too much. Just too much. It doesn't really matter which part you do the closing. It's gonna go. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Yeah, I want to start here. Get back again, assistance. So now we have a little bit room underneath. I'm going to put this piece down, making a knot. Underneath. Go on, knot. There you go. I don't mind letting this bit stick out. I prefer it even. There we go. Fold it in. Now, you can close it like so. or you can close it like so. I want to do it this way because I want to this, I do believe, needs a little bit more twine. Scissors. There you go. So you can close it like so, or like so. Whichever way you want. Ta-da! Let's go look at the end result. Guys, we still have some time left for some decorating, and you know, that's the fun part. So I took up my Tracy labels, because you know, I love those. And let's just see, I'm gonna start with the outside. Also, I tied it around this way. You need to tie it around this way because this is the opening. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get confused. Let's see, I have these new ones that I really like. Books. This is way too small for books. Let's just see what I have here. Oh yeah, I like this. Yeah, I'm gonna have this one on here. Do we need inking? Just a bit. Just using my glue stick. Nothing fancy. I'm wondering, can you hear the birds that are outside in my garden? I also have some brown ones. That looks nice. They all are nice, honestly. That's why I couldn't pick a set and had someone else pick it for me. And there you go. I'm not going to do any decorating on this part because the string will be wound all around it. So when we open it up now, we have these two pieces. Oh, and this. Yeah. Do you want something brown? Sure, sure. There you go. When we flip it up, we have some room there. We have lots of room. Oh, this also looks nice. A count. There we go. See how quickly we can do that? Let's go back to the colored ones. It's too small. That's too small, lovey. Let's have something bigger. P.O. box? Something blue? Why not? Yes, something blue. Because there's a little bit of blue in these lines. And I'm gonna have something over here. Again, something blue. No. Nope. Something green over here. Something small. Make up your mind, Margaret. I know, I know, I know. I'm sorry. There's also some blue in here. So we have one over here, over there, over here. We need one here. I'm gonna place this like so. Yes. I'm just gonna do it. Not upside down. What does it say? Nobody knows. There we go. One over here, there, there. And when we close it, we have one here and we have one there. Yes, now we're done. Okay, so here's the end result. I've closed it the way it should be closed, not the other way around. You open it up, like so. There you go. Have a nice label here. And then, let me show you. You could have a tag or something else here. You could have several things here and here. And then when you turn it around, you can have, let's get something smaller, over here and here. And then when you flip it up, you can have something here and here. And of course, again, here and here. So 8 pockets out of 1 sheet. And we only had a tiny bit left. I love it. Well, that's what I say every time I make something. But I really do. I hope you enjoyed the process, guys. Maybe you can make some yourself. I'm really curious. If you make this, please tag me on Instagram. I want to see what you've made, what you've come up with, what papers you're using. Guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with another one. Bye bye.